Hey guys, this is Benny Ricciardi with rotocurve.com, and I'm here with our DraftKings Week 16 NFL wide receiver picks. There are four guys who we're looking at this week, and they range from the highest price guy all the way down to a punt option that's only $3,500. So let's call up the slideshow and take a look at the guys that we think you should be targeting. The first guy on the list is going to be Allen Robinson at $7,500. The second guy on the list is DeSean Jackson at only $5,000, followed by Antonio Brown at $9,300, and finally Rueben Randle at $3,500. Allen Robinson has a great matchup against the Saints pass defense this week. He scored a touchdown in 4 straight games and has a touchdown in 8 of his last 10 games. He has 69 catches on the season for 1,141 yards and 13 touchdowns. He's the top pass catcher on an offense that has been very pass heavy, and the Jaguars have been throwing the ball 70+% of the time when they get into the red zone. There's a lot to like about Allen Robinson this week, and the thing that has me the most is his price has stayed stubbornly at only $7,500, which I think is a great price for him, and I think he offers us great value, especially for the production that he's been giving us the last few weeks. The next guy I want to talk about is DeSean Jackson at $5,000. If he's healthy, he should be a great play in this revenge game against the Eagles. He has a top 10 pro football focused cornerback wide receiver matchup for this week, and Philly has been known to give up big plays to wide receivers, which is pretty much what DeSean Jackson's game is. He's a very boomer bust kind of option with 4 TDs and 15+ fantasy points in 4 of his last 5 games, and he has seen more targets on some shorter routes lately as well, which is why I think he's a little bit safer than he has been in the past, when it was just about him running down the field and them throwing it deep and occasionally hooking up on, 1 out of 4 or 1 out of 5 tries. The next guy up is Antonio Brown. He's got a great matchup against a horrible Ravens secondary, one of the worst in the league, a team that we've been targeting all season long. Brown gets huge target and catch numbers every game. He's the kind of guy who can get you 8 to 10 catches without even looking like he's doing it and working all that hard. The stat that gets me is he's had 40+ fantasy points in 4 of his last 6 games. That's an insane number. If a guy can get you 40 fantasy points at 9,300, he's giving you such good value. And the fact that Brown's been able to do it 4 out of his last 6 games is just amazing. Pittsburgh is expected to put up a lot of points here, and Brown has been a consistent monster. I mean, even on his bad games, he's still giving you 20+ fantasy points, so he's not going to kill you. The last guy I want to talk about is Rueben Randle at $3,500. Odell Beckham is suspended for basically his whatever you want to call him going crazy last week in that Carolina game. Randle is incredibly cheap for a guy who's going to be a wide receiver 1 this week. The Giants run a lot of plays, and they're a very pass-happy offense. He has a solid matchup against a very beatable Xavier Rhodes, who we've been picking on that Minnesota team all season long. The Giants should be trailing and throwing the ball late in this game, so you even have a chance at garbage time. And at only $3,500, he's somebody who they look for as a touchdown scorer, as well as somebody who should see a pretty good number of targets without the number 1 wide receiver in this game. So I think you get a lot of volume and also the chance for a touchdown with a guy like Rueben Randle. So I think it is a really, really solid play for you to take a look at this weekend. And that sums it up for the 4 wide receivers that we're looking at for Week 16 of NFL DFS. There's a good chance that this is going to be one of the last weeks that you can really get in there and play, because next week is going to be a little bit crazy with all the guys who are sitting out or only playing a series or 2 and waiting for the playoffs. So these are some of the guys that I think can help you take down a GPP this week. Good luck, everybody. Hopefully one of us takes something down and can use that money to pay off all the bills we ran up for Christmas shopping. So thank you guys for joining us here at rotocurve.com. As always, stay classy, DFS.